You said the Bosa thing was going as you expected. Would you have expected him to sign by right now?
I thought it would come probably to this time, just looking at the history of those things. And I'm really hoping it gets done. I know they're working tirelessly at it. John, Hamp, Prague, I know their team is. But hopefully we can get him in here sooner than later.
Is there any way you can imagine this team not having him on the team, saying if this thing goes on into the regular season?
Yeah, I can imagine anything. Doesn't mean I like that picture.
There's no way that you guys would consider trading Nick?
No. Yeah. I mean, I haven't talked to many people about that, but I know how I feel pretty strongly. I think everyone would agree that.
Kyle Shanahan on the Nick Bosa holdout. You know, it's funny. When Joey Bosa entered the NFL, he had a protracted holdout from the Chargers that went deep into August over one of the very few things you can negotiate in a first-round contract, but it was acrimonious and it was extended. And it made me think when the 49ers drafted Nick, they're going to have a problem at some point. You know what? He signed pretty quickly, and after his third year, he wasn't demanding another contract. But here we are. He's entering year 5, and he's drawn that hard line. And the 49ers have a reputation for driving a hard bargain with the players and being very shrewd negotiators. Parag Marate's done a very good job from the team's perspective of managing the cap and negotiating guarantee structures that give them maximum flexibility. Well, they've come up against somebody now that is driving a hard bargain. And, you know, I say all along in situations like this, both sides need to know when the clock strikes midnight, and that's when they go to their best offer, their best position, and you hope that the two circles on the old Venn diagram, something they used to teach us in school, I don't know if they teach it anymore, but the Venn diagram, all the two circles have to do is kiss, and they're not. The clock is striking 12 now. It's time for Nick Bosa to get the deal done. But if Bosa's camp continues to be in a different place than what the 49ers are willing to do, and the 49ers aren't willing to budge, and Bosa's not willing to budge, this thing continues. And I feel like that's kind of where we are with it. That, you know, the bell is tolling, and maybe he won't be there week 1 in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I mean, listen, for an NFL head coach, it's past midnight. I mean, it's you know, we're getting close to, damn, it's about to get real here, and we need you out here, and we need you to be in game shape, and, you know, all systems go, right? Now, you know, I know Bosa has very good representation, right? His agent's respected around the league. The Bosas are very business savvy, you know, like you talked about. With Joey, the dad played in the NFL. That's kind of known as well, right? So, yeah, he's obviously got a few details in the contract there that Nick Bosa and his agent, you know, don't like quite yet. But, yeah, is it worrying if you're Kyle Shanahan and the coaches on the 49ers? Yes. Now, they have a great defense, right? You know, could they get by for a little bit without him? Okay, sure, maybe, right? But I mean, ultimately, we know this is one of the best defensive players in football, if not the best. And the 49ers view him right in that category. And I don't think I'm speaking out of turn here with what, you know, Shanahan told me before training camp a little bit, right? He told me, he was like, I don't think Bosa's going to be here early in camp. He didn't think that was even realistic. He knew that, you know, he was going to drive a hard bargain. He also knows that Bosa is just an unbelievable, impeccable, tireless worker, that he's going to be prepared. So I don't think he was concerned with all of that. And he even made a comment to me where he's like, no, you know, Bosa's so crazy. He goes, if we give him a contract and he gets to camp, he's going to be going so crazy in practice and trying to show that he's worth, you know, the big contract he got, that he can make things a little dangerous out here, right? So I don't think they had any problem with him at first not being there at training camp, if I had to connect dots with what Shanahan told me before training camp. But now, knowing my friend, he's like, wait, whoa, we got to go to Pittsburgh. They are hitting on all cylinders here in training camp. And we're getting too close now to where you start to feel, even for a Nick Bosa, that this isn't enough time for him to be totally 100% Nick Bosa on the football field with this little preparation and time on the practice field. So that's where I'm sure Shanahan and some of his coaches are concerned.
Well, and that's the key. How much time do you need to be ready to go when the week 1 game rolls around? We're 10 days away from it. And even if Nick Bosa is in impeccable shape when he comes through the door, you're not in game shape, and it does undermine how many snaps maybe he could take week 1, but it does have an effect, and we'll see. It could happen at any moment. It could be on Twitter right now that they've worked out a deal. We're in that zone where a deal could be done and maybe should be done. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.